Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. And if you are not new here, hello. My name is Janaya, and today, because we have a lot of new subscribers, which I'm so grateful for, like, oh my gosh, oh my freaking goodness, there's so many new people here. I'm gonna let you get to know me. I'm gonna answer some questions about myself so you guys know who I am, because you're new. Oh my gosh, it's actually insane. Like, I am so unbelievably grateful for like the subscribers that I had before and the 100 plus subscribers I just gained. Like, thank you so much. Here's your gift. You get to know me. Let's get started. I have some questions for you, non-book related and then also book related, because I mean, come on, it's a booktube channel. Okay, who am I? That's the first question. Who am I? What is my name? My name is Janaya. No last name because y'all don't need to know that. My name is Janaya. I am 20 years old and I will be 21 next month on March 11th. That's insane. My zodiac sign is a Pisces, if that matters to anyone. My personality type is an INFJ. If that matters to anyone. If you are big into K-pop, that's like a big thing. And so I put it down because I'm big into K-pop. And I also like to check my personality type quite regularly. And I am an INFJ. And if anyone is into K-pop, that is the same personality type as Wavy's 10 and 17's Uji, who are my biases in those groups. So just thought I'd flex a little bit there. And Martin Luther King. Yes. Great people all around, you know, but that is my personality type. And then where am I from? I am from Buffalo, New York, but I currently live in Texas. Yep, quite a long ways from home, huh? What are some fun facts about me? Okay, some fun facts about me. I am anemic, so I don't know if that's a fun fact, but it's a fact. And I love to chew ice. Like, I cannot go, like, it's a lot of people think I'm weird for it, but I feel like this is like a normal thing for an anemic person, especially someone who has very low iron, and I do. And so I chew ice and I have to have at least a cup a day. Is it bad for my teeth? Maybe. Is it good for my soul? Yes. So don't comment anything about my ice chewing because it's not gonna stop. Another fun fact about me. Did I have another one? Oh, I have 3 tattoos. I love tattoos. I have 3. One of them you guys have probably seen because it's right on my forearm. I will show you guys. It's this one right here. This is my first tattoo I ever got when I turned 18. I got it with my mom and I have her birth year. And then I have another one. You guys probably can't see it. It's up there, but it is just the Korean word for promise, which is yaksok, and then like interlocking pinkies. And then right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, I have the name Latte, which was the name of my dog who passed away last year. So I have her name. So those are my 3 tattoos. And I will absolutely be getting more, in case you guys are wondering. What is your favorite movie? I have a few favorite movies, but my all-time favorite movie is 10 Things I Hate About You, The Outsiders, and Get Out. I think those 3 are like my top 3. I watch those 3 movies every single year. Fun fact, 10 Things I Hate About You, I'm not a rom-com girly. I'm not. In fact, I'm like a horror and Marvel movie girly. But 10 Things I Hate About You is, I think, the only rom-com I've ever watched. And I love that movie. I love every single bit of that movie. I watched that movie on Christmas and it was so pleasant. So pleasant. And then Get Out is a movie that I watch every single year. Love it. And then The Outsiders, one of my favorite books and one of my favorite movies. I'm going to get a tattoo because of the movie. Like, I'm obsessed. Please watch it. Favorite TV show. Okay, so I'm a girl who, oh, Hamilton's also one of my favorite movies, if that counts. Favorite TV shows. Back to what we were talking about. I have 3, I guess you can say, favorite TV shows. Stranger Things. Not necessarily. Okay, can we talk about the ending of Stranger Things? Can we talk about the finale? Can we talk about it, please? Because I don't like how it ended. I think a lot of people don't like how it ended. I don't like how it ended for very personal reasons, and I think my reasons are very similar to Destiny's reasons. So I don't really like how it ended. I don't like that they killed 11 off. I actually hate that. And maybe it's in the way that they did it. Maybe if they did it a different way, I'd be okay with it. But it's the way that they did it. They made her like all depressed, all sad, and then they went and killed her off and made it her decision. No. Triggers something in me. Don't like that. Anyways, that's one of my favorite TV shows. And then Shameless is a TV show that I freaking am obsessed with. I've watched Shameless, all 11 seasons, 3 times at least. So love that. Degrassi is one of my comfort shows. I've watched all seasons at least 3 times. And then what's another one? Oh, Married at First Sight. Love that show as well. Binge watch it. So those are my favorite TV shows. I don't know what they'll say about me, but I love those. Do I speak any other languages? I wish. I really freaking wish. I am learning a lot of languages. One thing about me is I love to learn, specifically languages. So I'm currently teaching myself Spanish and Korean. And then I'm going to move on to Chinese and Thai and Japanese. Ambitious, I know, but Korean and Spanish are like my 2 that I'm learning right now. Do I have any siblings? I do. I am a part of a blended family, if you would say. So I have 5 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm right in the middle, which I think says a lot about me. I think it says so much about me that I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle, and I'm the oldest daughter. Double whammy right there. That's a lot. Do I have any pets? I do. I have 1 little doggy up in heaven. Her Latte. She was in a lot of past videos. I feel like whenever I filmed a reading vlog, she was probably shown in it. And then I have 1 doggy down here among us, and his name is Draco. And he is quite the menace, and if I've ever posted a video, you've probably heard him snoring in the background, because he likes to do that. He likes to snore as soon as I start filming. So there's that. What do I do besides reading? Do I do anything? Do I do anything other than read? I do. I go to work, which is not a hobby, not something that I necessarily enjoy, but I do things other than read. And what I do other than read, I love to diamond paint. That's one of my hobbies. I love to learn languages, but like, I mean, I guess depending on who you are, that might not be fun. And then usually if I'm not at home reading or I'm not at work, I'm at a K-pop concert. That's what I'm doing. I went to 5 K-pop concerts last year, and then I went to 1 the year before. And I don't know, I'm someone who loves K-pop, but I'm someone who has a very severe social anxiety, and I just feel like whenever I go to a K-pop concert, I just don't feel anxiety, which is very interesting. But I think it's just because I feel like I'm really around people that are like me, people who understand what I like, who are like so into what I like that they would spend money to go and see these people. And so I don't feel a lot of anxiety when I'm at a K-pop concert. I feel very like, I don't know, I feel very happy when I'm at a K-pop concert. And so that's usually what I'm doing. If I'm not reading, I'm listening to K-pop music and at a K-pop concert. So yeah. And then leading into like the next question is, what are my favorite K-pop groups and or other artists? So K-pop groups, let's talk about it because I love to talk about K-pop. So my favorite groups, I have 3 favorite groups as of right now. My top 3 stay my top 3, but then other groups like slowly inch their way up into my favorites as well. But my top 3 stay, and that is P1 Harmony, Boy Next Door, and Tomorrow By Together. They are my forever top 3. I love those groups. I have seen P1 Harmony twice. I have seen Tomorrow By Together once, and I have seen Boy Next Door 0 times. But that's only because they haven't come to the United States. And when they do, I will be front row. Me and my friends have already planned it. I will be at that concert, floor seats, front row. They will know that I exist, okay? They will know. So those are my top 3. And then I also listen to other groups, like BTS is what got me into K-pop, so I still listen to them. There's this new group, Longshot. Love them. Love them. They make such good music. Stray Kids, I saw them in Hypen. I saw them 17. Saw them. So, I don't know. When it comes to K-pop, I kind of just listen to whatever. I do. And then other artists. I do have some other favorite artists. Keshi is probably, like, not including K-pop, one of my favorite artists. And then Polo G. Polo G. I don't know if you would expect that from me. Polo G is my favorite rapper to ever exist. I love Polo G. I've loved Polo G since I think, like, I don't know, 2018. Like, Polo G has been... I'm a Polo G girl through and through. I can't lie. I love Polo G. So, those are probably, like, my favorite artists. So, yeah. Yeah, I'd say them. Why did I start this channel? 1 second, I have to sneeze. I started this channel... I feel like I'm talking really fast. I started this channel, honestly, I started it in... I feel like I started it in 2022 when I moved to Texas, and then I stopped because I was in my senior year of high school, and senior year is kind of, well, it depends. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not, but for my senior year, I kind of just wanted to focus on senior year. So I would film like off and on, and then I didn't start again until December of 2023 when I was in my first semester of college. And yeah, it's kind of been history ever since then. I was pretty consistent between like starting March 2023 up until like May 2025. I was pretty consistent, which I am very proud of myself for that. 2 years consistency. Crazy. Or no, I messed that up. I was consistent between May or March 2024 and then to May 2025. And then, as we know, things just happened, and then I wasn't consistent in 2025 for the most part, and then we're gonna be consistent now. But what kind of started this channel, or kickstarted the consistency on this channel, was because I am the type of person, I don't know if anyone else does this, I talk to myself a lot, but kind of just like saying things as I'm doing them, as if I'm like on a reality TV show and there's a camera following me around. And I also like to talk about books, but no one in my family really reads and is interested in talking about books, and so I didn't really have anyone to talk about books to, so I was just like, why not talk to a camera and act as if I'm talking to people and talk about books? It's a really good way for me to kind of get out the thoughts that I'm having about literally anything, but really like mainly books, and to be able to just talk, just vent about what the heck is happening in this fictional world that I'm reading about. So that's what started this YouTube channel. And then, why do I love reading? Reading is a coping mechanism for me. It is a way for me to get out of the world that I am living in. I am someone who struggles from anxiety and depression, and so there's a lot of times where I get into my blues. I get into my blues and I get into my I get into my times where I have just immense high anxiety. Like, I have like social anxiety, but then I have generalized anxiety, and then I have severe clinical depression. So there's a lot of times where all of those are just like piling onto each other, and it gets really hard to just be in this world because my headspace is just so not great. And so reading definitely helps because it kind of just, it puts me into a different world. It puts me into a different world, into a different point of view, into someone else's problems and not mine. And is that healthy? Maybe not. But does it help? In the moment, yes. And so that's why I love reading. It's a way for me to kind of like calm myself down and just focus on something else, you know? So there's that. And then where do I read? Or yeah, where do I read? I read literally anywhere. I read in cars, I read at work, I read in Starbucks, I read in my bed, I read on the airplane, I read on the couch, I read at the kitchen counter. You name it, I probably read there. Literally anywhere. So there's your answer. Where do I read the most? My bed. My bed is my safe space, okay? I read there the most. What book or series got me into reading? So I've always been a reader. I think what the series that got me into reading was Dork Diaries. I was a Dork Diaries girl, and so that's what got me into reading initially. And then I kind of stopped when I got to high school, when I was doing like sports and then school was getting overwhelming. I kind of just stopped reading. And then once I moved to Texas, I moved my senior year of high school, and I was kind of like, it was my choice to move, but I was kind of like, everybody's all friends with each other, so I'm gonna find two people, or I'm gonna find at least one person in every class. I'm gonna befriend them, and then that's all I'm gonna do. And I did that, and then any other time I had, I was reading. And what got me into reading, what got me into knowing that I could read a book again, like read a book fast and like enjoy it for the most part, was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I don't know if y'all know how I feel about this book, but I hate that book. And I don't use the word hate lightly. I actually don't like to use the word hate, but I hate that book. I do. I don't like that book. I feel like it is very much glorifying abuse. It's glorifying domestic violence, and I do not like that. So that's why you don't see me talk about Colleen Hoover on this channel, because I don't really like the books that she writes and how she markets her books and all of that. Different conversation. That is the book that I first read that I was like, okay, I could get back into this. And then the book that like kept me in, that really like sucked me in, let me get it for you guys. A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. This, I literally remember reading this book. It was in August of 2022, and like, I don't know, I just remember reading this book and being so like into it, so like wanting to read this at any chance that I could possibly get to read this book. I was reading this book, and like I cried at this book, like cried. And so this was the book that got me back into like actually reading and enjoying books and all of that, which is why Frederick Bachman is one of my favorite authors ever. What challenges about starting a new channel is the hardest to overcome? So I think this changes depending on the person. Me personally, I wasn't necessarily trying to like become famous from YouTube. I actually don't want to be famous. I am scared. That's a lot of people watching me, and like I said, social anxiety. But I think when you start posting things, like even just like on like Instagram, I think once you see numbers start to go up, you kind of like hyperfixate on the numbers. And at one point, and I still think like even now sometimes, numbers like is like a hard thing to like look at especially if you're like you want to be bigger and you're not like getting bigger. Like that could be really hard to overcome, like the fact that you're not growing as much as you want to, and the fact that you're not like out there as much as you want to could be really difficult for people to overcome. Something that I am kind of terrified of experiencing, and it's something that I'm gonna have to overcome, I think, at one point, because I am getting bigger at this point, is like someone from like my like real life, like this is real life, but like someone like at work, or like someone that I know that doesn't know about my YouTube channel finding my YouTube channel, like that's terrifying. So yeah, those are challenges that I think I will have to overcome, and then a challenge that I have had to overcome at some points. What kind of books do I like to read? I literally will read anything. I'll read any type of book. As long as it sounds interesting to me, I'm going to read it. My favorite genres are literary fiction. I just love a deep book. I love a deep book. But I read fantasy, I read sci-fi, I read romance, I read self-help, I read nonfiction. Like I will literally read anything. Give it to me and it's interesting, I'm gonna read it. Hardback or paperback reader? I don't know if you can tell because I feel like there's really not that much of a mix. Paperback girly. I love a paperback. I am someone with small hands. Can y'all see? Small baby hands. I think it's more comfortable for me to hold a paperback than it is for me to hold a hardcover book. So, selfish reasons why I like it. Favorite book tropes. I am someone who honestly, for the most part, doesn't care about a book trope. I usually will read it no matter what, but my favorite book tropes, I love A Childhood Friends to Lovers, and then I love A Single Parent. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I love A Single Parent. And then there was another one I had in my brain. Oh, accidental pregnancy or pregnancy tropes. I know everyone hates those tropes, but I kind of like them. I don't know. I feel like it adds some drama. It adds something, and I love it. I do. And then book tropes that I despise. I don't know if this is necessarily a book, like a full book trope, but it's a book thing. It's also a real life thing, which is the reason why I hate it in books. Miscommunication. I freaking hate miscommunication. I hate it. It's so annoying. And then I guess a book, like an actual book trope that I'm not crazy about, I don't hate it, I don't despise it, but I'm not crazy about it, is fake dating, just because I feel like it's so predictable. So I'm not crazy about fake dating. I think that's pretty much it. There's not really any tropes that I like, that I see and I'm like, absolutely not. Yeah, actually, there's, I don't know, I feel like there's an influx of these books that I've just been seeing recently, where it's like they're dating or they're interested in like the brother of their ex-boyfriend or the father of their ex-boyfriend. That's weird to me. I will not be reading those. I guess you could say I despise that, but like, those are just weird to me. Okay, favorite authors. Can you guys guess? I have honestly a lot of favorite authors. Like a lot of favorite authors. I don't even think, but I'm gonna give you like my top 5 favorite authors, if I could even do that. So, first one, I'm just going to show you a book from each of them. First one, Frederick Bachman. This is Beartown by Frederick Bachman, the first book in the Beartown series. 100 stars out of 10. It's amazing. Another one of my favorite authors is a book that I haven't read, actually, More Happy Than Not. Adam Silvera. One of my favorite authors. Love this man and his writing. Oh, so good. Christina and Lauren, they're my favorites. Love them. When it comes to romance books, they get it for me every freaking time. Favorites. Stephen King. I think when it comes to thriller books, thriller, horror, his name is going to come up every single time if you're talking to me. Every single time. Favorite author. I'll give you guys one more. Alex Michaelides. I have given not every book. This book was a 5 stars, and then The Fury, I don't know if you can, or The Silent Patient, you guys can't see it, but that one I give a 4.75 stars. But love this man's writing too. Literally can't wait to read The Maidens. So excited. It's on my 26 for 2026, and that will be getting read. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm not putting any goals on myself. I said that in my end of the year wrap up. I don't know if y'all have seen that yet. Favorite book. I'm really excited to show you guys this because I talked about this earlier in the video. Let me get it. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This is my all-time favorite book. Like, no book is ever gonna top this book for me. This book I've read like 4 times. This book I'm literally going to get a tattoo for. Like, this is my book. Like, this is my book. If I had to recommend any book to someone, which is a question, I would recommend this one ideally, but like that's not the one I'm gonna choose. This book, it's just like honestly one of the best things I've ever read in my life, and the fact that she wrote this book when she was like 15. Teach me your ways, please. Teach me your ways, because what the heck, in this book you're following greasers and socias and like the different types of like social issues that are going around at that time. And I don't know, it's just so, I don't know, it has such a meaning to me. The first time I read this was in 7th grade, and I don't know, I'm just obsessed with this book. This is my favorite book of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just amazing. Next question is your most recent read, and that was Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Iyirame. Sorry. This book I actually literally just finished today. That's why I have the bookmark still in here. I finished this today. This book, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek. 5 stars. So good. First of all, how Farida writes, give me more. There's another book that she has, When Sleeping Girls Lie. Buying that and reading that immediately, because holy, this book, there's a point, you're gonna see it in a video, because this is in a video. My heart was beating so fast, like I was genuinely scared. That's insane that a book can make me do that. I love this book. It's a thriller, so I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but it's just like, read it. Read it, please. It's so good. We're going to put this right here because I actually have to update that vlog. Anyways, the next question is the book I'm currently reading. This is the book I'm going to be starting, so it is the book that I will currently be reading, and it's The Marriage Narrative by Clara Kahn. This book is fake marriage. It's Marriage of Convenience, but also it's kind of like fake dating. I know, I literally just said that I'm not crazy about the fake dating trope. I know I just said it. I know. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. Marriage of Convenience is different. Leave me alone. That's the book I'm currently reading. Don't call me a hypocrite. Am I? Maybe, but don't call me out on it. Next is books that I would recommend to anyone. These 3 books are books that I have rated 5 stars, and books that I would recommend to anyone, but some of them 2 of them have kind of like darker themes. So like, and maybe check your trigger warnings. First one is Almond by Won Pyeong-shun. We know how I feel about this book, guys. One of my favorite books in the entire world. I love this book, and I think everyone should read this book. based on the fact that this teaches a lot about like reactions to people, but then also your emotions and how you react to things and react to people and react to their emotions and react to how they're reacting to their emotions. That was a lot. But I think when it comes to like understanding other people and understanding how you should go about treating people, I think this is a very, very, very good and important book, because we are following someone who has alexithymia, which basically they can't like feel, like they don't feel emotions essentially. And what comes with that is a lot of them like not understanding social cues and such. And I think the way that this book like showed that, and the way that this book showed like an understanding and of all of those complex issues is very beautiful. Very beautifully done, beautifully written, and we're following children, so it's emotional. Please read it. If you feel like you can handle that, read it. Next book is a little bit of a lighter book, and that is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This was the first ever Christina and Lauren book that I've ever read, and I gave it a 5 stars, and I read it in like 2 days, and I loved it. This is childhood friends to lovers. I guess it's childhood friends to dislike to lovers, and I love that. One of my favorite tropes. Like I just said, I will eat that up every single time. Every single time. And this book just did it so well, because Christina and Lauren just do everything so well. Am I glazing? I might be. But they deserve it, okay? They're just so good. Oh, if you like romance books, even if you don't like romance books, please just give it a try. Please. Any book that I've talked about in this video, please give it a try. For me. Please. And then the next book is probably the deepest and heaviest book out of all of them that I'm going to show you. And it is Beartown by Frederick Bachman, which I actually just showed you guys. But this is one of my favorite books of all time as well. As you can see, there's a theme. If I'm showing you books that I'm going to recommend to you, they're my favorite books of all time probably. This book. So, let's talk about it. Actually, let's not talk too much about it. This book touches on some very, very deep topics. But I think this book really shows a good sense of community. Well, good sense of community, and also like community in sports, community in like your community, and also how like sports or like teams can play a role into that. Really this culture of sport, like this, the culture of sports in this specific like book is hockey, but like the culture of all of that and what comes with all of that, and like the privileges and the disadvantages that come with all of that. I think this is such a good book. There's so many different characters, so you're seeing so many different people, so many different cultures, so many different backgrounds. There's so much, and then like so much is happening, and it's just I don't know how to explain it. But I feel so connected to these characters, and I feel like Frederick Bachman is just really, really good at doing that. He's really good at making you connect and feel for all of these characters. And if you like anything like that, Frederick Bachman is your guy. He's always gonna make you like a character, no matter how horrible they are. He's going to make you love them, and he's going to make you really understand them and feel for them, and then he's gonna rip your freaking heart out. So if you're interested in that, read it. Yeah, those are the books I'd recommend to literally anyone. I think they're great books. I'm obsessed with them. I think about them every single day and night, every hour, every minute, every second, as Jungkook would say. So there you go. And now we're on to our very last question, which I think is probably honestly the deepest question of this video. So buckle up. That question is, what is a book that you would use to describe yourself? Like, what is a book that is you? And honestly, I don't think, well, I think it's a deep question, but I think it gets deeper depending on whatever book you choose. And my book is it's a sad book, and that book is The Survivor Wants to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Here's the thing. I said it earlier in the video, I am a girl who does suffer from depression. And so I have had my fair share of the blues. The dark, deep blues. You know, I've had my fair share of experiences with those. And I think this book is a really good way to kind of get a glimpse into someone's mind who struggles with depression. But a reason why I think it really resonates with me, and I think I would use it to describe me, is because this book is really, like, this book throws so much at these two characters, Paz and Lana. They throw so much at these two characters, and it almost feels as if they, like, there's a point where they literally feel like it's just all bad, nothing can get better, and but they keep going. And I think what's really me in this book is Adam Silvera's acknowledgements, where he's kind of just like, I see you, you see me, we're each other, we get each other, and you just have to keep going. No matter how much you think is happening, how bad you think everything is going, you just got to keep going. Because there are other people in this world that love you. There's people in this world that care for you. There's people in this world that want you here, and you just have to keep going. And I think that is what resonated with me, as specifically with last year, because last year was just a year when I felt really lost and hopeless. And reading this book and reading the acknowledgements, it has really just been like a saving grace for me. Really just been like something that I go back and I think of to be like, girl, you got this. Girl, you're gonna be good. This is gonna pass. You're gonna be good, because one, you're not the only person that's going through this. There's so many other people that are going through so many things and that are feeling the exact same things that you are feeling, and y'all got this. They're walking through, and then so can you. And I think that is what sticks by me the most. And also, like, as the title states, The Survivor Wants to Die at the End, Adam Silvera confirmed this. The survivor survives. The survivor. And oh, that was my stomach. She's a little hungry. I'm a little hungry. I think the fact that they go through so much and then still just keep going is just very, I don't know. It's a very comforting thing to me. And so I would use this book to describe me and tell you guys kind of about me, because I feel like my anxiety is a very prominent part of me. My depression is a very prominent part of me, and I don't know, I think it's one of the main reasons why I start my YouTube channels, because I just feel like I want to talk, but I also don't have the courage. I don't have the strength to really just talk. And so, yeah, that's the last question, the heaviest, the deepest question. But now you guys know a little bit more about me. If you guys want to know more, ask some questions in the comments, and maybe I'll give you an answer. If it's not too personal, maybe I'll give you an answer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me. For all the new people, hi, hope you want to stay. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.